Hello, my name is Igor, and this is a call to action for the benefit of all during the times of the worldwide corona pandemics. It is said that during the most adverse circumstances exists the potential for doing greatest good. When is that time? That is a time when there is suffering. It's times like during the current pandemics which affect the whole world, and many people suffer from it. That's why now is the best time to benefit in the perfect way. By physically benefiting, if we can, just like healthcare workers, healthcare professionals, and other public service workers are doing all over the world. But if we are isolated and if we are distant from each other, we can't do much physically for each other. Instead of worrying or ignoring the situation around the world, or disturbing others with depressive thoughts or depressive questions, we can benefit the world by being. Since COVID affects human respiratory system, we can practice being by consciously breathing for those who can't breathe for themselves. When we consciously breathe for others, there are innumerable benefits in familiarizing with this process. First of all, we are not doing anything new, revolutionary, or innovative. We just continue to do what we are doing all the time. We're just breathing. The only thing that's being transformed is our motivation. And if we use our mind, we can imagine that our breathing supports those who are facing severe forms of COVID around the world, for those who can't breathe for themselves. The second we consciously do that, we allow ourselves freedom from endless discursive thoughts. We allow ourselves freedom, the absence of all fears and all expectations. This motivation shift has the potential to bring peace to our mind. What will follow are kind thoughts. And in dependence on kind thoughts, loving speech will follow, and benevolent actions, actions that are aimed to benefit others. And the more we practice that, our mental actions, our speech, our physical actions become more and more powerful sources of benefit for oneself and, more importantly, for others. Because this motivation is the manifestation of love and compassion. And if we don't practice love and compassion, if we don't have motivation rooted in love and compassion, even if one day we come to the position of power, this will not have much benefit for others. Therefore, it all starts with just one conscious breath for those who can't breathe for themselves. That's why conscious breathing for others can heal the whole world. There's nothing special to do with our body. Nobody can tell it from the outside. Just breathe for those who can't breathe for themselves. And that is love. That is compassion. Because compassion is the form that love takes when faced with others' suffering. That's why I was inspired to create a call to action for the benefit of all during the times of the global corona pandemics. Love others, breathe for them. For those in your area, for those in your city, for those in a country, in a continent, in the whole world, for all who are facing severe conditions of corona crisis or any kind of suffering connected to corona or any kind of suffering whatsoever. Love others, breathe for them. And by doing so, the oneness of humanity, which is one of the principal commitments of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, becomes possible. And I was extremely fortunate to meet His Holiness the Dalai Lama during my studies of Buddhist philosophy and science of mind in northern India, in Himalayan region of India. And due to his generosity, due to his kindness, he even empowered the book that I've written with his foreword. And this is the book Magnificent, The Tale of Love and Compassion and Reality. And I would like to read you a part of this foreword that was written by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Compassion is crucial to our survival as human beings wherever we live. We human beings are social animals. We need companions to survive. If we develop concern for other people's welfare, share other people's suffering, and help them, ultimately we will benefit. The more we care for the happiness of others, the greater becomes our own sense of well-being. In the long run, the reason why love and compassion bring us the greatest happiness is simply that our nature cherishes them above all else. The need for love lies at the very foundation of human existence. It results from the profound interdependence we all share with one another. However capable and skillful an individual may be, left alone, he or she will not survive. However vigorous and independent we may feel during the most prosperous periods of life, when we are sick or very young or very old, we must depend on the support of others. I believe that at every level of society, the key to a happier and more successful world is the growth of compassion. Not tomorrow, not when the circumstances will be ideal. Now. Conscious breathing for others travel beyond limits of time and beyond limits of space. It is our responsibility. It is possible because nobody can prove it is not possible. It is possible because just as the trees on a meadow or at a forest, they appear as unrelated, they appear as separated, but beneath the surface, their roots are closely connected, interrelated in a most subtle way. That's why just one conscious breath for others can bring unimaginable happiness to an unbelievable number of human beings, because conscious breathing for others is the manifestation of kind heart, and the kind heart is the most precious jewel of human intellect. Kind heart is the quality that blind can see and deaf can hear, and those at distance can feel. Kind heart brings peace and soothes pain. That's why just one conscious breath for others can heal the whole world. So that's why remember to forget about endless discursive thoughts and love others, breathe for them. To conclude, I would like to share with you the advice I was given by my kind teacher. When facing a problem, never give up and use your discriminative wisdom to solve it. Because if you face a problem and give up, you will lose the path to solution. And if you face the problem and do not give up, the path to solution will be in front of you. And while doing it, do it with love and compassion. Because love and compassion are the basis of trust. Trust is the basis of friendship. When friendship is based on honest motivation, there will be harmony. When there is harmony, fights, wars, depression, anxiety, fears will not be possible. Life will prevail. Successful and meaningful life. Therefore, always cherish others. Never harm. Remember it. Don't forget it. The more you do it, easier it will be. The good you do now will benefit you in the future. That's all from me. Thank you very much for your time. Wishing you and your loved ones all the very best. Thank you.